debutantes. Today I thought I would show you how to turn a basic 60 by 84 oblong tablecloth into these beautiful no-sew curtains. This couldn't be any easier, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, the first thing you're going to want to do to your tablecloth is you're going to wash it and dry it. I held mine up just to make sure, because I already have my curtain hardware hung up. I wanted to make sure it was the right length, and it was actually quite a bit too long, but once I washed it and dried it, it shrunk to just the right size. So you may want to wash and dry it before you hang your curtain hardware, if this is a new curtain, just to make sure it will hit the floor right where you want it. So after you have washed it and dried it, you're going to need to put the hardware on to hang the curtain. Now, you can purchase these, which is actually a curtain ring with a clip, and this is actually the easiest way to hang your curtain. And basically all you do is you just clip this to the top, and then this goes on your curtain rod. But because I already have this type of curtain rod hanger, it is used with these curtain hooks. The curtains that I made use this type of hook, so this would go in through here, and then this slides into the curtain. Well, obviously that's not going to work with this because you will see this hook. So what I did was I purchased these metal clips. I think I got these at Michael's, and they were kind of in the paper scrapbooking section. So there were 22 pieces in this container. I actually needed 18, but I have more than enough because I bought two because I wasn't sure how many I would need. So how you are going to measure out where to put your hooks, and this is how I did it, and it seemed to work perfectly for me, is I start on either end of the tablecloth. You want to make sure that the hook is facing the way you want it to hang. So this is the front, the good side of my tablecloth. Whoops. I'm gonna clip it with the hook facing to the back because this is how I want it to hook onto my curtain. So I'm gonna do both ends like that. Then I fold the tablecloth in half, and this is where my middle is going to be. So I want to put that right there on that crease. So right there, and you want to make sure it's got a nice good hold. Then I'm just going to start going in half. So I'm taking the one half and I'm folding it in half again. So I'm quartering it, and I'm going to line those two hooks up. And then the crease that I just created is going to be where I put my next hook. Again, make sure that the hook is facing in the direction you need it to go. Then I'm going to now take this quarter, I'm going to fold it in half again. So now it's an eighth, I guess. And I'm going to put another hook on that crease. So since I made it into an eighth, right where this hook lands is where I can put the next hook. And I figured out I needed 9 of these clips to make it work. When I finish putting all the hooks in, I'll show you, and maybe it will be explained a little bit better. So now I finished that half. I'm going to do the next half of the curtain, and I'm just going to take the halfway mark, that the first hook I put after I did the ends, and I'm going to hook it up with that end. So I'm folding it in quarters again, and I'm going to put a hook on this crease. Probably should have had these hooks more readily available. So there I have that. So now I'm going to take, you're basically folding in half and half and half. Line those up. There's my crease. Making sure my hook is in the right place. And now I just have this one last one to do. So fold that in half. And that's where my hook needs to go. So there we have it all done. And I basically put the hooks like in eighths. So I folded in half, then I folded the half in half, then I folded the half in half, which made that a quarter into an eighth. You could do the math and figure out how many hooks you needed and where to place them, but I'm not very good at math, so this was a much easier way for me to do it. So now all I have to do is hook these into here, which these are already on the curtain rod, and hang the curtains. So I will do that next, and I'll show you what they look like. So I have the curtain all hung up, and you can see right here where I have just put the hook through the little hole, and everything is evenly spaced, and it's just hung. So this, I already had this, so I wanted to make sure I used this. If you buy the rings with the hooks already on that, it's usually a much smaller curtain rod, but I really like the look of this dark wood. So now my tablecloth is a curtain, so I will stand back and let you see how it looks. Okay, so here is what they look like hung up. I have them closed a little bit more than normal because the light was a little difficult to get the curtains so you could see them. My house is still a mess from Christmas, but I thought you would like to see what they look like. Look at Bella, she's spying on us. So there are my tablecloth curtains. I hope the light is okay. Now you can do this with sheets, with tablecloths, anything that has a finished edge that you can just put these clips on and hang them up. Like I said, I did wash them and iron them, but I really like them. I think they add just the hint of red I was looking for in this room. Please excuse the mess on my patio. So there they are, my tablecloth curtains.